Today we're continuing on our series of hypertrophy-based training splits. We've talked about full body training and upper-lower body training. This is another 4-day-a-week training split, and it may very well be the ultimate 4-day training split. It is a push-pull split with our quads and our calves part of our push chain and our hamstrings and glutes as part of our pull chain. Now, it could be called an anterior-posterior training split, but that just doesn't roll off the tongue as nice. Now, one of the best examples that we have of how this split works is when we think of deadlifts. Should they be done on back day or should they be done on leg day? Well, now that question is totally unimportant, as all of the muscles on the posterior chain, our back, our glutes, and our hamstrings, are all trained on the same day, our pull day. So if you've been training with an upper-lower body training split and you're looking for something different, then this would be the perfect program for you to do. Now, in the sample program that I put together, I alternate an upper body muscle group with a lower body one each exercise, starting of course with the largest muscle groups and working my way down to the smallest ones. The reason I do this is to allow a little bit more time for recovery, and it picks up the pace of the overall workout. Now, if you're interested in a copy of the sample program that I put together, I'll be posting it up on my Facebook, or alternatively, you can email me and request it, and I'll send you a copy. Monday is going to be a pull day. Now, the more programs that I set up, the bigger fan I've become of doing back training before chest. Not just because it tends to be a weak point on a lot of people, and we should be prioritizing our weak points first, but also because the next day after training back, our backs tend to be tight, and it tends to pull us into the proper posture for our chest exercises, as we should be pulling our shoulders back and retracting our scapula in order to set ourselves up for our chest exercises and stabilize us properly. Now, the next thing you're going to notice when you look at this program is that I've scheduled lunges on both push and pull days. And the way to do this, you have to do these exercises very differently for it to work. When you want to emphasize your hamstrings and your glutes, you need to lean forward when you do the exercise. And when you're emphasizing your quads, it's important that you keep your body very upright or vertical during the lunge. This might be the biggest weakness when it comes to this style of split with our compound movements. It is nearly impossible to totally separate the muscles of our leg. So one of the ways that we can help overcome this a bit is to take one lower body push day and one lower body pull day and make them lighter, higher rep days, with the other ones being low rep and heavy. Now, there's a few different ways that we can do this, but the way I envision it and would recommend it is that you take the first 2 training days and make them your low rep heavy days, and the last 2 training days your lighter and higher rep ones. Now, because we are training both upper body and lower body muscles in every workout, we get some of the bonuses of full body training, like higher calorie burn and the hormone boost, along with an additional bonus of an extra day of training frequency. Now, I've had some requests to do a video on glute specific training, and while I haven't gotten to that one yet, I do have a glute exercise in this workout that you might not be familiar with, and it's called a knee squat. It's performed basically as it sounds. It's a squat from your knees, and it really targets the glute muscles. But if you find that it bothers your knee at all, then I would just swap it out for a weighted hip thrust. Now, a lot of people find that these 4-day splits leaves them lots of time for their other interests and obligations, so they really like to do them. But if you have found that your training has gotten stale or your progress has stalled, then maybe give this one a try, and you might find it a little bit easier to keep working out while having fun. This is Lawrence from Fit and 50. We'll talk to you again in the next one.